Tottenham Hotspur are through to the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup as Tottenham beat Chelsea 5-4 on penalties. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. It is game day today. Tottenham Hotspur v Chelsea in the Carabao Cup 4th round tie at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I said on the match preview yesterday that I'm going to go for a 2-1 Tottenham win. I'm sticking to that, but it will be interesting to see what lineup Jose Mourinho chooses ahead of this clash. Of course, it must be very difficult for head coach Jose Mourinho. We are playing tonight. We are playing it then 48 hours later at home at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in the Europa League playoff against Maccabi Haifa. And then just 3 days after that, we play Manchester United away in the Premier League. So games are coming thick and fast. So, of course, Jose Mourinho has got to rotate the squad today. But whatever team Jose Mourinho puts out tonight, I'm confident that Tottenham will get the win. And including tonight's game, it is just, we are 3 games away from the final. We win tonight, it's just 2 more games, and then Tottenham could be in a final. And dare I say it, that old famous line that I keep saying again and again and again, 2008 was the last trophy, the last domestic trophy that Tottenham Hotspur won. It was against Chelsea back in 2008 when we won the Cowlin Cup, of course also known as the League Cup. So 12.5 years ago since our last trophy. It is far too long, and I'm hoping that this is our year. This next piece is a conversation with Spurs fan Dean that I had earlier today, asking him on his opinion, can Tottenham do it this year, and what he expects from tonight. So I've now got Spurs fan Dean with me. Dean, Chelsea tonight in the Carabao Cup. If we win tonight, we are just a couple of wins away from the final. Can Tottenham Hotspur beat Chelsea at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium tonight?
You'd like to say yes, wouldn't you? You really would, because we do need a bit of silverware. It just depends on the team that Jose puts out. I still think if we've got enough on the bench, but if he's got one eye on Thursday. If we get beat, we get beat. We all know, as fans, we know the fixture congestion and everything else, and we haven't been helped out by the EFL. But we don't want to get beat. We don't want to get beat by Chelsea, and we certainly don't want to get tonked either. So if we can keep it nice and tight, maybe take it to penalties. Why not?
Dean, I don't know whether you saw the press conference the other day. The press conference was actually done straight after the Newcastle game. And then one of the journalists said about playing Harry Kane in Tuesday's game, which of course is today, and then Thursday's game, and then Sunday's game. Jose Mourinho said, well, what would you do if you were me? Now, you almost feel sorry for him that the fact that we've only got that one option as a striker. Surely Tottenham have to bring in a striker before the 5th of October, don't they?
Yeah, but how many seasons have we been saying that now? How many transfer windows have we been saying we need a backup for Kane? He can't keep doing it. That's why the kid breaks down. You know, he's constantly running from box to box. And I don't care who you are, it's going to happen. You can't keep doing that and staying 100% fit. But yeah, we need somebody, and we need someone now. It's got to happen. I mean, they keep saying, "Oh, we just want a backup," or we want somebody that might sort of sit on the bench and sort of give them a bit of help. But we don't. We need another striker. We need a striker so Kane can sit on the bench and the new guy comes in and plays the game. So yeah, we can't just keep relying on Kane. And Sonny's out. So Kane goes out. We're back to what happened at the end of last season.
Do you think it's the right decision that the club and Jose Mourinho are prioritising the Europa League over tonight's match?
As a club, you've got to, because the amount of money that you get in the Europa League. But as a fan, like you said, it's only a few games and you're in a final. But yeah. I can see why. You can see why. We want to be in the Europa League. Would you rather progress in the Carabao Cup, or would you rather go out of the Europa League.
12.5 years now, Dean, since Ledley King lifted the Carlin Cup, which of course is the League Cup. 12.5 years, our last domestic trophy. That is a crazy stat, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was against Chelsea. So again, you know, it'd be nice. It would be nice to do. I think they've done us. I see a stat, something in the last 4 meetings or something like that have done us. So yeah, we've got to win one. But the way we've been playing really, really well. But you know that's not going to be the team that comes out against Chelsea. You know Chelsea's got the time. They've got sort of days and days to prepare for their next game, where we've got like 2. Well, 1, if you know, by the time we actually physically get there.
Dean, do you know what? I'm quietly confident. I think Tottenham are going to win today. And I know some people might think I'm absolutely mad saying that. And of course, people will be watching this video after the game. But I'm going for a 2-1 Spurs win. What is your prediction?
Yeah, I'd like to say the same, because you look at the team and the people that are not going to be going out Thursday. I mean, that probably may go out, may play tonight, but sit on the bench. I still think we've got enough, but again, it depends on what Frank puts out. It's going to be a tough one. I think it could be a 1-1 penalties. Yeah,
as long as we go through, Dean, that's the main thing.
Oh,
anyway,
yeah, because we're brilliant at penalties, aren't we? No, we're not. We're absolutely rubbish at penalties. But yeah, so let's see how that happens. But yeah, I think we'll be all right. I think it'll be 1-1. We might scrape the 2-1. I've got a feeling. I just hope we don't get another penalty against us, not like Dyer's one. That was just absolutely no.
No, don't even go there. I can't even talk about VAR penalties or anything like that. No, depressing after the weekend.
It was. But you see all the others that were not given, and the ones that keep getting given to us. Sissoko's one that still hurts. Lucas Moura laying on the floor and gets the ball kicked at him, and Dyer facing the other way. Yeah, all right. His arm went out, but his arms are going to go out. He was pushed in the back, and that's not been picked up. The free kick that wasn't a free kick. Why? I just don't understand why it's going against us. That's what I don't get. I know it's supposed to sort of even out throughout the season, but just don't know.
Well, Dean, I'm about to drive home to watch the game on TV. As of course we can't still go in the stadiums yet. Can't wait to get back in there. Enjoy the game tonight and come on you Spurs.
Go on you Spurs.
We're now just an hour away until kick-off, and the team lineup has just been announced. It looks like Jose Mourinho is going with a back 5, and new signing Sergio Reguilon will be making his Tottenham Hotspur debut. The team is as follows: Hugo Lloris in goal, of course he is our captain, and then you've got the back 5 of Toby Alderweireld, Eric Dyer, Jafat Tanganga is back from injury, Sergio Reguilon and Serge Aurier, and then in midfield you've got Tanguy Ndombele getting another start in a Tottenham shirt, Jedson Fernandez, Moussa Sissoko, and then we've got Steven Bergwijn and Eric Lamela. I'm really glad to see that Harry Kane is on the bench for Tottenham tonight. The other substitutes are Joe Hart, Matt Doherty, Davinson Sanchez, Ben Davies, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg and Lucas Moura. I know I've already said in the video so far that I'm expecting and hoping that Tottenham will win this one 2-1. But tonight, I want to see the passion from every single Tottenham Hotspur player. This is a London derby. This is Chelsea. There should be passion in this game. There should be grit. There should be determination. And there should be the willingness to win. No matter what team Jose Mourinho puts out, when you're playing Chelsea, Arsenal, or one of these clubs, big rivalry here, Tottenham Hotspur players should give 110%, and that is exactly what I'm hoping and expecting from the Tottenham players tonight. Just do anything to win this game. Chelsea have actually beaten us in the last 4 meetings, so it's always very, very hurtful when Chelsea or another rival team beat us, and we certainly don't want that happening tonight. Chelsea have put out a good team tonight, a very, very strong team, but there are some good players on the Tottenham Hotspur team sheet tonight, and of course Sergio Reguilon making his debut as well. It could be a real night for him to shine. So it's half-time, Spurs 0, Chelsea 1. Chelsea lead through that Tino Werner goal. In the first 10 minutes, Chelsea had a lot of the ball. They had 75% possession in the first 10 minutes. Tottenham giving Chelsea a lot of the ball. In the 17th minute was the first chance for Chelsea. Hudson-Odoi shot straight at Hugo Lloris after it wasn't cleared properly by Tottenham defender Japhet Tanganga. And then just 2 minutes later, Tino Werner, what a fantastic goal from him. His first goal for Chelsea. Reguilon lost the ball, and bearing in mind this is on his debut as well, lost the ball and then slid in, completely committed, dived straight in. The player crossed to Werner, who took the touch and then just placed the ball into the net. What a fantastic goal from their point of view. But Chelsea really haven't had anything else apart from that in this half. It's been quite a boring 45 minutes, to be honest. In the 22nd minute, Jedson latched onto a loose ball, tried to round the goalkeeper, and it was cleared by the Chelsea defence. And then in the 35th minute, Sergio Aurier passed it to Eric Lamela in the 18-yard box. Eric Lamela, really nice turn from him, shot, but it was straight at the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper obviously saved, and it's 1-0 Chelsea. So, Tottenham need to do a lot more in the second half if we're going to progress in this competition. The good thing is, just a couple of minutes before half-time, we saw Harry Kane warming up. So is that an indication that he will be playing for the remaining 45 minutes, or will he come on 10-20 minutes to go if it's still 1-0 and just try and get Tottenham the equaliser, or even indeed 1 or 2 goals? Be interesting to see the second half. Anyway, I'm now going to speak to Spurs fan Dave to get his thoughts on the first half. So I've now got Spurs fan Dave with me. Dave, Tottenham 0, Chelsea 1. What have you made of the first half?
Well, words fail me, really. It's been very heavy watching, really, because we've had nothing of the ball. We've been feeding off scraps. We really have. And it's, they asked Mourinho in the post-match interview, who's playing centre-forward? He said, we haven't got one, and that's what's turned out to be. I mean, Lemina's running around trying to do what he can do, but he's running into blind alleys as well as Jedson Fernandez. I mean, how he's worth 50 million, I should never know. But I just think Chelsea have got this sewn up, really. I mean, only if they throw it away. I mean, we've had a couple of half chances, if you like. Fernandez went through and perhaps should have done better. And Lamela had a shot, tested the keeper. But apart from that, Reguilon had a bit of a sorry baptism. He's been he's been caught out of position and he's got charged in for the goal. I mean, he was at fault there. But, it's, Chelsea really could have had, they haven't really put much pressure on us to a certain. I've had all the play, but it's
some of these fringe players, though, Dave, such as Eric Lamela and Fernandez. Yeah. Surely they could be taking their chances in games like this, because obviously they don't play every week, so they've got to take their chances, haven't they?
Well, I think they have, and I think the big talking point was obviously Dele Alli not playing. I mean, they asked him obviously, and he wasn't even on the bench, so we don't know behind the scenes what's going on there. But obviously, there's a big falling out going on. So he's probably said, "Well, why you put me up for sale, etc., etc." But as you made the point, Chris, these are the games that these people on the fringes, they're saying not getting game time. Mourinho's giving them game time, but they're not taking them by the scruff of the neck, really, are they? They're not, I mean, Serge hasn't really had a run. He's messing around there on the wing. He hasn't got up past the halfway line, I don't think. I mean, they've done that touch match thing on there. And there was hardly anybody, we haven't been in there half. So, I mean, he might bring Harry on. But he's already trying to save him for Thursday. I just don't know. I mean, I really don't. I mean, all you can see really is more of the same, unfortunately. Unless something does happen, we get an equaliser, and I think Chelsea there is a mistake in them, definitely. But we're not applying any pressure to get that mistake out.
In fairness, Dave, Chelsea haven't looked that great, have they?
No, they haven't. I mean, they've done enough. They've scored the one goal, really, and for the amount of play, and we're probably that by saying that, the amount of possession you've had, they haven't, capitalised on it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's still all to play. It's only 1-0. We said this on on Sunday at half time, only 1-0. And, well, VAR isn't there today, so,
No.
Get us out of trouble this time. So, I don't know. I mean, it's very frustrating from a Spurs point of view watching this performance. I really, you take Harry and Sonny out of the mix. We had all this last year where we were playing with no forwards, and we couldn't get by last time. And you've been banging on in your interviews and talking to Ricky Sachs and all that. When are we going to get this centre forward? It's just plain as day that we need one. I mean, we just desperately need somebody, another centre forward, because it's, as you said yourself, it's since Llorente gone, was it 15 months?
It's 15 months now since Llorente's gone, and these games are a perfect games for a backup striker or a striker to. Yeah. Challenge Harry Kane to play in. These games are made for a striker like that. And, there's only 6 days to go now before Tottenham can sign one.
Well, he's obviously prioritised the Europa League match over this one because, you're playing lesser opposition. I suppose he thinks, well, we can't play our strongest team. We've played our strongest team on Sunday. We can't play them 2 days, less than 48 hours or 48 hours. So, he knows, and it just is, it's crying out for a centre forward. We are crying out for one.
Dave, try and enjoy the second half.
I'll try.
I know. Well, hopefully Tottenham can turn this around. I'm really hoping so.
Well, only if there's a mistake from Chelsea, we might get something. Even penalties. If we get an equaliser, they'll just up their game again. They're just in control. But who knows? Football's a funny old game, as somebody once said. So we got to hang our hat on that one, I think. What do you think? Dear friend Jimmy.
I'm praying, Dave. I'm praying. Anyway, enjoy the second half and come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Let's get a goal. Thank
So the game has just finished. It is Tottenham 1, Chelsea 1. Tottenham have just won 5-4 on penalties. I am absolutely delighted. Tottenham are through to the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup. Absolutely fantastic, I tell you. The penalty shootout was pretty nervy. You know that Tottenham are not always great in penalty shootouts. Jose Mourinho has got an awful record in penalty shootouts, but as soon as the penalty shootout came up, I thought surely this has got to be Tottenham's night, and Mason Mount missed that last penalty. Tottenham's penalty scored by Eric Dyer, Eric Lamela, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Lucas Moura and Harry Kane. Never in doubt, really, was it? But Eric Lamela got Tottenham's goal to put Tottenham back in the tie, and a superb cross by Sergio Reguilon, who of course made that mistake in the first half for Werner's goal for Chelsea, but he crossed it. Absolutely superb cross, brought down very, very well by Eric Lamela, who finished with his left foot. But I'm absolutely over the moon. Tottenham are in the quarter-finals. Now, of course, the year ends in one. Jose Mourinho is in his first full season at Tottenham Hotspur, and you think of all the changes that Jose Mourinho made tonight. It just makes it just so much sweeter. It just feels so good to beat our London rivals Chelsea and just go into the quarter-finals. What a huge confidence boost this will give the players now. And let's just hope that we can go on and win a trophy because, of course, as I said at the start of the video, and as I say in most videos, Tottenham are way, way overdue trophies. Our last domestic trophy was this competition, the League Cup, back in 2008. So I am hoping and praying that this is Tottenham's year. But yeah, just highly delighted. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, what you made of the game, and whether you think the cup has got Tottenham's name on it this year. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow for another Tottenham video, another Tottenham news video as well. And until then, come on you Spurs!